From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. Right now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bimar. We've seen some raindrops on the camera lens this morning as there are some light showers making their way through the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. This is pushing into the lower Columbia Basin as well. Wind gusts not going to be as big of a factor for today as opposed to the last couple days, but still a little bit breezy out there for the foothills, for the basin, for the valleys, and up in the Cascades. Current temperatures this morning, 60s and 70s for the most part for our lower elevations, 50s in the Cascades and 50s in the Blues. Your day planner forecast for today, we're going to see a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day, and the best chances for rainfall are going to end up being in the valleys. So the bottom line for the forecast, shower and thunderstorm chances will actually increase for tonight into tomorrow. Trending drier for Sunday and Monday, and high temperatures mostly staying in the 80s or low 90s for lower elevations over the next 7 days. We'll touch on all these points and on time out the rain chances with Futurecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, with thousands of emergency calls a year serving the West Richland area, we'll tell you how to start a career with Benton County Fire District 4. And the Lewis Street overpass is undergoing some repairs. We have what you can expect as the city of Pasco works to extend the life of the bridge. Also ahead, the countdown is on for the Trump-Putin summit. President Trump saying he has high hopes for the meeting, but is also promising severe consequences if a deal isn't made. We have the very latest as President Trump is on his way to Alaska right now. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott. It is August 15th, and Jessica does have the morning off. And we want to start off this morning with a fire watch. Benton County Fire District 4 looking to add new members to its ranks. They're seeking both new and experienced firefighters to serve the growing West Richland area. Now, applications are open now, and the hiring process is already underway. Our Dan Hansen is explaining the process of how to join the squad.
If you're looking for a career in the fire service, Benton County Fire District is hiring, and they're looking for people ready to serve their community. From structure fires to swiftwater rescues, firefighters in West Richland are answering more calls than ever before. About 2,200 emergencies a year. With call volumes more than doubling since 2010, Benton County Fire District 4 is hiring.
We want somebody who's compassionate, hardworking, like a community focused, somebody who wants to go the extra mile to serve our community members.
BCFD 4 is looking to hire at least 3 new people. Applicants have until September 1st to complete 2 key steps: the fire team written exam and the CPAT physical test through the National Testing Network. After that, eligible candidates will be interviewed, with final selections expected to be in February.
And so I look for the top candidates there, and the top candidates are then selected for an interview. And they will come in and interview first with our lieutenants, and then the top candidates from that process go to a captain's interview. And then we send the top candidates from that to our chief.
Starting salaries range from nearly $69,000 for entry level to over $77,000 for lateral hires, with extra pay for paramedic certification, college degrees, and technical rescue skills. Benefits include full medical, dental, and vision coverage, paid vacation and sick leave, deferred compensation, and even a paid gym membership.
This is something that I kind of stepped into. I started volunteering over in Franklin County when I was younger, and it's something that I just kind of fell in love with. Just the firefighting aspect as well as the medical and all of the technical rescue responses that we're able to provide.
The district's 25 career firefighters and 20 volunteers operate out of 3 stations covering the city of West Richland and surrounding rural areas. Team members work a 48-96 shift schedule and can join specialized tri-county teams, including a new Swiftwater Rescue Unit. Testing runs through September 1st, with the final selections being in February. Now, we've posted a link where you can go test with all the qualifications on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Reporting in West Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And applicants can take the fire team test either at home or at a testing center, but you can only do it once, so results can go to multiple departments. You can find a link on the test and what you need to know as you make your way to be a firefighter. It's all up on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. All right, staying on the topic of fires, but taking you to Pasco. That's where a midday fire broke out in a neighborhood. You see it there, video from the scene. Crews responding to the 900 block of Lincoln Drive just after noon yesterday. When they got there, they found one home up in flames. Firefighters say the family had made it out just in time, but unfortunately the home is a total loss. It wasn't the only property impacted. Flames also touched the backyard of another home next door. Because of the close proximity to the interstate, it's right next to I-82 and Highway 12. Vegetation also caught on fire, which forced traffic to slow down in that area for a short period of time. Officials believe this was a cooking fire.
This looks like it was a cooking fire that started in the rear of the structure. We got up into the eave there and was able to spread throughout the house. And we obviously have some winds out here, so it pushed the fire throughout the structure. The fire did jump the barricade over here and started a vegetation fire on the freeway.
So because of how large that fire was, multiple departments were on scene helping out, and it was so big, smoke could actually be seen from all across the Tri-Cities. Firefighters stayed on scene for most of the day to mop up and monitor hot spots. The Red Cross is stepping in to help the people that live there. 5:06 now, and in crime news, a suspect is in custody after a homicide in Toppenish that happened Wednesday evening. Police responded to a home on G Street around 7 p.m. for the reported killing. One person was confirmed dead when they got there. Authorities had asked the public to avoid that area. By about 10:30 that evening, officers had identified and arrested a suspect. We're told he will be booked into the Yakima County Jail on charges of premeditated murder. And continuing in our crime news this morning, two cities in Yakima County are investigating separate homicides, which happened just hours apart. The first at 11 p.m. on Tuesday, Granger police found a man stabbed to death in the 200 block of East A Street. The victim's name has not been released, but just less than 24 hours later, Toppenish police reported a homicide. Detectives now from both agencies are working together to see if these cases could be connected. Anyone with information is asked to call police. 5:07, and living locally, if you commute through Pasco at night and into the early morning hours, you may notice some changes. Crews are making some repairs to improve the Lewis Street overpass, and although it could slow down your commute, it's a good thing in the long run. They're repairing the concrete panels to help keep the bridge in good shape for years to come. Now, construction started Monday, and there will only be one lane open at both ends of the bridge, so if you take that route, you could see some delays. Specifically, crews will be out 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday until August 29th.
Construction traffic is always impactful when you run into it. So yeah, use other avenues if available, but if you do decide to use Lewis Street, just plan for a couple extra minutes.
City says the project will help keep Pasco connected to other areas while also extending the life of the overpass. All right, taking you to Walla Walla now, where the city is advising its residents about construction on the Myra Road South Extension and Howard Street IRRP projects. The project is now temporarily on hold because of a labor dispute involving the construction contractors and their employees. Officials say this is impacting job sites all across eastern Washington. One Walla Walla city official confirming that the Local 302 strike was the cause. When they asked about a timeline on when work will resume, the city couldn't give an answer. 5:09, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin set to meet today. Trump saying he hopes to strike a deal on ending the war in Ukraine. We have more on what's at stake. That's coming up in your national headlines. And back here at home, giving you a live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have a look at your first alert forecast as we make our way into the weekend.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Dad, this guy says that we act like Gillette Labs is some miracle, but it's just another razor?
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. Its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer.
And give you a fresh blade feeling time after time.
Time after time after time. Gillette Labs, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
Stay busy this summer with the City of Pasco. Enjoy open swim at Memorial Aquatic Park from 1 to 5:45 p.m. every day, with lap swim weekdays at noon, or sign up for swim lessons throughout the summer. Join the all-ages Beat the Heat Run Walk Club on Wednesday mornings to earn entries for an end-of-summer prize drawing. Check out free, family-friendly movies and music at Pasco Parks, plus many more activities and events, all listed online at pascoparksandrec.com.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
Experience the thrill at the 21st Annual Cruisin' Kittitas Car Show, Saturday, August 16th. Get ready for adrenaline-pumping burnouts, local vendors, and a motorcycle performance, all in the heart of downtown Kittitas. Get all the details at KittitasCountyChamber.com.
Coming to you straight from Nashville.
It's Stand Up to Cancer!
Join us Friday, August 15th, and let's save lives together. So stand up with all of us and tune in Friday, August 15th at 8, 7 Central.
This newscast sponsored by Shriners Children's Spokane. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. We are in the 50s for the most part in Kittitas County, though we're sitting at 65 degrees in Vantage. Then in the Yakima Valley, all of us in the mid-60s, 65 for Grandview, 64 for Yakima. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, 60s and 70s, 71 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 68 in Benton City. And then in the Blue Foothills, 60s and 50s, 57 degrees for Heppner. Looks like 40s and 50s up in some of the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your CoCast for today for the Tri-Cities. No raincoat necessary for the most part. I don't even think a light jacket would really even be necessary for this morning, as it's going to be all t-shirt weather all throughout the day. Will end up being pretty similar to yesterday, and that will be about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. So 70s and 80s for lower elevations. And again, the best chances for showers are going to be low in shower chances, but in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, which is already what we're seeing for this morning. Now let's show you the lay of the land atmospherically, if you will. So for today, you see this impending cold front that's going to pass. We're not going to get much colder in the wake of this. Maybe our high temperatures will be knocked down by a few degrees, but the big thing that it's going to do is it's going to bring quite a bit of rainfall, at least for this time of the year, into the Cascades. Now, at lunchtime on Saturday, it looks like we'll just see the remnants of that boundary, and really by the time we get to Sunday, we're going to trend much drier. I'll touch on some of those rain chances, and I'll talk about some of the rainfall amounts we could get up in the Cascades. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 5:13 now, and taking a look at your national headlines as the countdown is on for the Trump-Putin summit in Anchorage, Alaska. Just moments ago, President Trump boarding Air Force One from D.C., making his way to Alaska. Now, President Trump has said that he has high hopes for this meeting. He's promising severe consequences if Putin refuses to make a deal, but he also admits there is a chance they will leave the summit without a deal. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the details from D.C.
This morning, President Trump scheduled to meet with Vladimir Putin on U.S. soil. The leader is set to meet on a U.S. military base in Anchorage, Alaska, expected to discuss terms for ending Russia's invasion of Ukraine, along with nuclear arms control and trade agreements.
I think that President Putin would like to see a deal. I think if I weren't president, he would take over all of Ukraine. But I am president, and he's not going to mess around with me.
Putin is praising Trump's, quote, energetic and sincere efforts to stop the hostilities. Ukrainian President Zelensky was not invited to today's summit. President Trump suggesting the meeting with Putin could open the door for a second meeting that would include Zelensky.
I think President Putin will make peace. I think President Zelensky will make peace. We'll see if they can get along. And if they can, it'll be great.
Still, President Trump admitted yesterday he thinks there's a 25% chance they'll leave the summit with no deal. Meanwhile, across Anchorage, Alaska, protesters seen waving Ukrainian flags and holding signs that say Alaska stands with Ukraine.
I have no hope it's going to solve anything. I am afraid that Trump is going to try to commit to something which he has no right to commit to.
Russia invaded Ukraine and they need to leave. There's nothing to negotiate.
So the meeting is set for about 3 p.m. Eastern time. We have been told that President Putin is bringing his financial minister with him to the summit. Experts believe that he is doing that because he will likely offer some sort of economic incentive in exchange for President Trump agreeing to lift U.S. sanctions on Russia. All of this coming as the Ukrainian Air Force has said overnight that Russia attacked Ukraine overnight with 2 ballistic missiles and 97 drones. A lot to come from this summit today. We'll, of course, keep you updated. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, it is almost the weekend on this Friday morning. Taking a live look outside from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky Camera at Richland's Columbia Point. How is the weekend weather going to shape up? What can we expect? Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is going to have your first alert forecast coming up after the break.
U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
The first time you try Bounce, it hits you. Your laundry feels way fresher, softer, with less static and wrinkles. So you start to wonder, if I put a sheet of Bounce on the finance guy, will it make him softer? The office dog less clingy? Bounce can't do it all, but for fresher, softer, better laundry.
First. At Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. Where delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is coming to the Eppo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit, one location. Massive savings at the Eppo Center in Pasco. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a little bit cloudier as opposed to the past few handful of days, but we will see some sunshine for today and those chances for showers mostly in the Cascades and in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, although the Cascades are definitely going to be a lot wetter as opposed to the valleys. Today's highs similar to yesterday, and that will be in the 70s and 80s for lower elevations, about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. 50s in the Cascades and 60s and 70s in the Blues. Then for tonight, shower chances becoming a little bit more widespread. I think the best chances are still going to be in the valleys valleys and in the Cascades. We'll time this out with the Futurecast here in just a second. Overnight lows down into the 60s for lower elevations, 50s in the Cascades and 50s and 60s in the Blues. Okay, let's put everything into motion with Futurecast. And so as we put this into motion, this is 8 this morning. You see just a few sprinkles on the map at lunchtime, kind of the same thing, although a little bit more organized rainfall in the Cascades. The same thing at 4 p.m. And then as we head into this evening, that's when it's really going to start to shift over towards the east. By midnight, still in the valleys and Cascades, but I promise you folks, eventually it does get into the lower Columbia Basin. This is 4 a.m., right on the precipice of that. Between 4 to 8 is when we're going to see the best chances of the arrival of the rainfall in the Tri-Cities and eventually getting into the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains. And really, this is where the atmospheric river, if you want to call it that, that's where it's going to set up for the rest of the afternoon and evening on Saturday. Into Sunday and Monday, we do trend a good deal drier. More on that in a second. But if you want to track these showers yourself, if you have outdoor plans for this weekend, it would be an excellent weekend to download the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. You can get it in the App Store or on Google Play. You can play meteorologist yourself. Okay, before I get into the 7-day rain chances, here's some of the rainfall totals we could pick up over the next couple days. This is just one model's interpretation, but some portions of the Cascades could get over 1.5 inches of rainfall, definitely a lot less to the east of there. Like I mentioned, trending drier into Sunday and Monday, maybe a little resurgence of some showers and thunderstorms for Monday, but the overall trend is drier and the overall trend is going to be a little bit warmer into next week, but nothing out of the ordinary for this time of the year. This is a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly dry today, showers likely tomorrow, then drier and trending slightly warmer after that. In Yakima, slightly wetter for Saturday as opposed to Friday, but neither day will be a washout. A pleasant mid-August forecast after that. In Ellensburg, also seeing a slightly better chance of rain for tomorrow compared to today. Much drier with highs staying in the low to mid 80s after that. In Hermiston, kind of the same cycle, more active for Saturday, drier and warmer, and it's going to be the exact same cycle in Walla Walla as well.
Thanks, Josh. 522 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. MTV has announced the host for this year's Video Music Awards, and this will be the first time hosting the awards by themselves. We have who it is in your entertainment news coming up after the break.
Every day begins with a welcome and a promise to walk with each patient on their path to recovery. From medical care to counseling, group healing to quiet reflection, our team is here every step of the way. Recovery includes movement, connection, and care. Because recovery isn't just possible, it's happening here every single day.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
For 5 consecutive years, Tamaki Law has been voted Tri-City's best law firm.
Your trust fuels our commitment.
Your support inspires our dedication.
For 30 years, Tamaki Law has been your choice as the law firm that fights for the justice you deserve.
Again, on behalf of Tamaki Law, thank you for your vote of confidence.
We are so grateful to serve our amazing community.
There's still time to save with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Find it online or pick one up in store today. Savory Prime Duck Jerky for dogs is $6 off. Storeware's 5-tier resin shelf is just $34.99. Campbell's Chunky Soups are $2.99. Plus save on school supplies. Oxford one-subject notebooks are just 33 cents. And find Crayola 24-count crayons for 47 cents. Save through August 18th at Bi-Mart since 1955.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at McCurley Subaru, there's even more to love because every new Subaru sold helps grant a wish for a local child through Wheels Make Wishes Come True. Last year, we helped raise over $100,000 for local Make-A-Wish kids. And this year, you can save big while doing something amazing. Plus, school educators can save an additional $500 on a new Subaru purchase or lease. McCurley Subaru, your way home.
We head north to check out the tallest freestanding waterfall in Northeast Washington.
It's kind of the crown jewel, I think, of the district. There's so many recreation opportunities out there.
Fly the Northwest.
And enjoy the view.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
It was a stunning murder.
She's shot in cold blood.
She is gunned down in her own house.
But no one was prepared for what would happen next.
This is a huge twist.
Oh my God.
Diary of a Killer, 2020, tonight on ABC.
Step right up for a fast ride free with BFT to the Benton Franklin Fair. 6 park and ride spots to concerts and more.
Welcome back, 525. In your entertainment headlines this morning, a copyright battle over Josh's favorite song and the unforgettable viral anthem for toddlers, Baby Shark, has come to an end.
South Korea's Supreme Court has cleared the Korean creator's version of the song of plagiarism. Pinkfong's YouTube video of Baby Shark has clocked up more than 16 billion views over the years, and I think I've accounted for half of them.
I was going to say, and you probably, doubled down on that.
Definitely.
The company made millions of dollars through spin-off TV shows, movies, apps, and products. In 2019, American songwriter claimed Pinkfong had copied his work and wanted compensation.
Jonathan Wright had uploaded his version of Baby Shark to his YouTube channel in 2011. It features him doing a shark's mouth hand motion to a bouncy beat that includes the do 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 do. Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you.
However, though, the court ruled just yesterday that Wright's version cannot be considered a creative work of his. The ruling noted there were already prior versions of Baby Shark in existence and that Wright did not significantly add new creativity. Catchy Tune had been a folk song for at least 15 years. And still going strong.
Yes.
All right, more entertainment news this morning. This year's MTV Video Music Award, the award show now has a host, and it's that guy right there, LL Cool J. And this will be his first time hosting the award show by himself.
The Grammy Award-winning rapper previously served as co-host with Nicki Minaj and Jack Harlow in 2022. LL Cool J is also nominated for a VMA in the Best Hip Hop category.
VMAs will air live from New York on Sunday, September 7th on CBS and MTV. You gonna catch it?
I probably won't. What time does it air? What was the time?
It's September 7th. It's probably in the evening. It's the same night as Miss America, so I'll be dabbling between the two.
It's cutting it close to the bedtime.
It's cutting it real close to the bedtime on a Sunday. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we have some great news for families in Waitsburg. An early morning preschool is coming to the area. We have more on the new program coming up in your next half hour. But first, here's your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, researchers have developed a brain implant to tap into the inner voice of people who cannot speak because of paralysis. It uses electrodes and artificial intelligence to decode and vocalize what they're thinking, turning patterns of brain activity into words. 2 senators want to investigate Meta after a report showing a company policy allowed AI chatbots to have, quote, sensual conversations with kids. Meta says the policy statement was a mistake. Louisiana is suing gaming platform Roblox, claiming it's, quote, the perfect place for pedophiles due to a lack of safety protocols. The company says it dedicates substantial resources to target inappropriate behavior. And Airbnb is offering a reserve now, pay later option. Eligible travelers can reserve a listing, and full payment is not due until just before the end of the free cancellation period. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great Friday.
Clogged gutters can cause big problems fast. Until now. Call 833 Leaf Filter today for your free gutter inspection.
I've had terrible flooding problems on my porch. Now I understand why.
Right now, Leaf Filter is offering a free inspection on your schedule. Leaf Filter is a permanent gutter solution, so you never have to worry about costly damage from clogged gutters again.
Call us today and schedule your free inspection.
To schedule your free inspection, call 833 Leaf Filter today or visit leaffilter.com.
The tough calls.
You stink.
Aren't why refs stink. It's the bacteria in their sweaty clothes.
You stink.
Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria detergents leave behind. Clean is good. Sanitized is better.
Capture moments in color with paint made to last. Only at Sherwin-Williams.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, are we back on the up and up for that 3-degree guarantee?
Yeah, hit a bit of a low point yesterday, which zero is the lowest point. But we're back up to $25 now, as I went with forecast high of 89,
ding, ding.
And I verified at 89. So that's a good way to start the new streak. So for today, going with a forecast high of 87 in Pasco, Tri-City. So if it verifies between 84 to 90, jackpot's going to hit $50. If that doesn't happen, then the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Now what's on your screen is First Alert Radar. Seeing some showers mainly in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys into some portions of the lower Columbia Basin. Maybe a sprinkle this morning in the Tri-Cities. These chances definitely going to go up for tonight, and they're going to peak into Saturday morning. Wind gusts coming back. They're not going to be as strong as the last couple of days, but still a little bit breezy in the mountains and the valleys, the foothills, and the basin as well. Okay, on to temperatures as we are in the 50s, 60s, and 70s for lower elevations. 59 in Ellensburg, a little bit of rain-cooled air. 71 degrees in the Tri-Cities for this morning, and 50s galore up in the mountains. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Going to see a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon, but I think it's going to be a fair mixture of sun and clouds for today. In some portions of our lower elevations, I think the cloud coverage might win out. These high temperatures are going to be just about as cool for this time of the year as they were for yesterday. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. Well, we start off this half hour of news talking about what could be your kid's least favorite topic right now, back to school. But it is great news for families in Waitsburg. An early morning preschool is coming to the area, and our Monique Garcia has more on the new program that's a part of the Palouse Valley Community Center.
Jennifer Beckmeyer, lead instructor and director at the community center, says this new preschool will run Monday through Thursday, 8 to 11:30 a.m. Beckmeyer says she is excited to bring her teaching skills back to the community.
I have worked in childcare myself for several years, both in the United States and abroad, and it's a passion of mine. It's a very high need in this area. There are actually no licensed child cares in the area in Waitsburg, and just seeing the need.
Though the program is just launching this school year, Beckmeyer says she already has plans to expand.
So we would like to grow and be able to provide 5 days of care and look at opening an afternoon session as well. And then as it grows, as the community, responds, then we'll be able to hire more staff and serve more kids.
This preschool offers more than just early education. It gives family convenient access to childcare close to home.
It's just not enough enrichment for kids, especially for after school. Support as well is another big one, but specifically for the preschool, really seeing families that need care where they live, versus having to drive to Walla Walla to drop off a kid or pick them up. So it's not just for early learning, but it's also for families and their time and resources and being able to find those resources that they need for childcare close to home.
This opportunity isn't just for Waitsburg families. It welcomes little learners from across the region.
We are accepting families from all over the region: Dayton, Starbuck, Prescott, Dixie. We've had families from just about every single community, even from Walla Walla, that work in Waitsburg or bring their kids over here or work in Dayton and are traveling through. So really it's a regional space, and we serve families from all over.
The cost is $160 per week, $40 a day for 3.5 hours of morning care, including snacks and all learning materials. Remember, register by August 22nd to lock in the current $100 registration fee before it goes up. The program officially starts September 2nd, with the registration window open until the end of the month. Reporting in Waitsburg, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
And if you'd like to register your child, we have a link and contact information up on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. 5:35 4 now. In a follow-up to the Hove fire in West Richland, firefighters say quick action helped to stop that fast-moving brush fire from reaching homes near Sully Lane. Benton County Fire District 4 got the call just after 6 p.m. Wednesday for a blown transformer and a power outage in the area. Shortly after that call, a lot of 911 calls were made for a growing wildland fire.
That fire was spreading uphill rapidly with the wind and uphill terrain. So that was their biggest concern, was with the wind conditions and the dry fuels we had. We had 6 to 8 foot flame fronts coming off the sagebrush, and so fire spreads pretty rapidly, puts a lot of heat out in front of it.
Crews battled extreme heat and those windy conditions. Benton County Fire District 4 estimates the fire burned about 12 acres. Luckily, no homes were damaged and no injuries were reported, but the fire still under investigation. In education news this morning, the Sunnyside School District is welcoming some new faces to the classroom this year. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us where these teachers will be making an impact.
Starting this school year, the Sunnyside School District is adding 12 new teachers across the district. They'll be filling positions at Sunnyside High School, Harrison Middle School, and Pioneer Elementary, as well as other schools across the district. As of today, there's still one position left to fill, and the district officials say the hiring process for teachers usually begins in March and can last right up to the start of school.
Something that's been kind of interesting, 5 of them are Sunnyside graduates, 4 from Sunnyside High School and 1 from Sunnyside Christian. So they're on board. This is kind of an induction week. Our new teachers have had a day of learning kind of the ropes of how we do school in Sunnyside, and now they're into some content trainings.
Didden says these new teachers will fill some vital roles where the district has a definite need.
5 of them are taking special ed positions. One's a speech therapist, others are special ed teachers, 4 are elementary classroom teachers. And we have 2 ELA teachers that we've hired for the middle school and 1 ELA music teacher. So that's what's on board, and then the .6 that we're still hoping to fill later today.
Harrison Middle School counselor Lupe Maldonado says his biggest advice to new hires is all about connecting with students.
Build those big relationships. You know, kids are eager to get to know you. Kids are eager to just learn more about you as a teacher.
According to Sunnyside School District officials, in the past, some job openings might only have 2 to 3 applicants apply for the job. However, recently, that's changed.
We've had unusual numbers of candidates. For instance, a 2nd grade position that was open in one of our buildings had 65 applicants. I remember times in the past where as a principal, I had 4 job openings and 5 applicants to consider for those 4 positions. So with declining enrollment across the state, less districts are hiring, and so there's more candidates for all positions.
The Sunnyside School District says its focus remains on bringing in the best educators possible to help young minds succeed. In Sunnyside, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And for those students in Sunnyside, it's a reminder that the first day of school is August 26th. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, sprint boat racing coming to the city of Yakima for the first time ever. But if you don't know what it is or how it works, don't worry. We're going to fill you all in on this unique motorsport that's debuting at the State Fair Park this weekend. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. When we come back after the break, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have a look at your first alert forecast on this Friday morning.
Step right up for a fast ride free with BFT to the Benton Franklin Fair. 6 park and ride spots to concerts and more.
This morning, wake up with Grammy-winning pop sensation Leve.
Hi, Good Morning America.
And a live morning concert that will kickstart your summer weekend. This morning.
See you all soon. Mwah.
Only on GMA's Summer Concert Series, sponsored by Massage Envy.
Right now, US Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in. No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth. Nope. You don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone. I like that. Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal. I almost lost this one. Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow. For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time.
Best deals of the year.
My favorite season of the year. Why? Is it the flowers, honeybees?
Mud. See, Bronco and Bronco Sport make every adventure more epic.
Because they come with GOAT modes. Goes over any type of terrain. Like mud.
They sure do like mud.
Lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Get ready to party with Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos. We're turning 6, and the celebration is happening on August 20th from 11 to 3 p.m. Swing by for a day packed with amazing live piano music, lively mini performances, and a whole lot of fun. We've got giveaways, awesome anniversary discounts, and outdoor games, perfect for the whole family. Bring your love of music for a joyful community celebration you won't want to miss. Let's make some noise and celebrate Dickerson's Tri-City Piano's 6 fantastic years of pianos and music together.
With a new Toyota from Toyota's national sales event, summer plays on. Whether you're teaching the art of tailgating, showing up for the home team, or finding the ultimate skybox, with a new Toyota, you can keep summer playing anywhere.
Right now, during Toyota's national sales event, you can lease a rugged new Toyota Tacoma for just $299 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Coming to you straight from Nashville.
It's Stand Up to Cancer!
Join us Friday, August 15th, and let's save lives together. So stand up with all of us and tune in Friday, August 15th at 8, 7 Central.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Seeing some of those clouds coming in as some of those showers are off to the west of here right now in the valleys. Doesn't look like much of that will make it over to the basin. We'll see how it pans out. All right, let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning, or actually today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County, 60s and 70s across the county, and we're going to have a likely chance of showers today in the Cascades, a little bit less likely in the Kittitas Valley, even though we're already seeing rainfall there for this morning. A bit breezy across the map for today, but these breezes not as strong as they have been over the past handful of days. Then in the Yakima Valley, low 80s, also a chance of some showers for this morning, looking drier later in the day. For the lower Columbia Basin, mostly dry. High is going to be in the mid 80s, also a little bit breezy this way. And then for the foothills, low 80s, low to mid 80s for the Morrow County foothills, mid to upper 80s for the foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties, and then 70s and 80s in the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's a breakdown for your weekend forecast. Saturday as opposed to Sunday. Saturday is going to be the more active day, especially in the morning, a little bit of a gloomy start. And then as we head into Sunday, trending drier, lots of sunshine. You see a little bit cooler. We're going to have a hard time making it to 80 degrees in the Kittitas Valley, so a little bit below average in terms of the hot temperatures you would typically expect for the middle of August.
All right, thanks so much. 5:43 now, talking sports, and sprint boat racing is coming to Yakima this weekend for the first time in the city's history. But what is sprint boat racing?
Good question. Well, our very own Jake Gable is letting us know and also showing us from inside the boat.
Consisting of over 25 sharp turns, the new sprint boat racetrack at the Yakima State Fair Park will debut this weekend. Built where the old half-mile sprint car track used to be, a dream 2 years in the making has been completed.
I would love to see everybody in this town come out here because this is going to change sports in this town for sure. I know that we're sitting on the old half-mile sprint car track. This, by far, is the newest sport, the newest adrenaline that the crowd gets. You can't compare it to anything. There's nothing like this for sure.
Sprint boat racing is coming to Yakima right here at the State Fair, and this bad boy is going to be in the water during this weekend.
Pretty special day for us. We've spent the last 2+ years dreaming and building this track and making it a reality. In 48 hours, we're going to run our inaugural race. How about that?
While the Tri-Cities are famous for the water follies and hydroplanes, Morrison is adamant that this is an entirely different experience for the racers and fans.
Not even close to the same. We both are in water. that's the only similarity to hydroplanes and jet sprint boats is we corner both left and right, obviously, but we pull a lot quicker corners. We can't go quite as fast top speed, but we're also on a course that's a lot shorter, and we're doing some really quick speeds here. So,
boats can reach up to 80 miles per hour while on the track, and on turns, racers can feel 8 times the force of gravity on their bodies. Races will take place Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. In Yakima, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
What do you think?
I'm not sure if I'd want to be a passenger with a boat labeled Bad Habit Racing.
Well, the fun kicks off tomorrow and features a full day of qualifying racing. Then Sunday, they will have rounds of eliminations until the finals. Spectators, of course, encouraged to bring their lawn chairs and their blankets for all the fun. It'll be a good weekend for it.
Very cool.
All
yes.
right. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have your morning sprint and everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And of course, the guy to my right, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He's going to be back with your full first alert forecast as we give you that live look outside from the Dust Devils camera in Pasco. We're back after the break.
Want to hear something delicious? Yep, my spicy chicken strips are back, starting at $5 and covered with my new hot honey. Want to taste something delicious? You know where to go. Get so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
The first time you try Bounce, it hits you. Your laundry feels way fresher, softer, with less static and wrinkles. So you start to wonder, if I put a sheet of Bounce on the finance guy, will it make him softer? The office dog less clingy? Bounce can't do it all, but for fresher, softer, better laundry.
Looking for a new appliance but don't want to wait weeks for delivery? At Fred's Appliance, our Get It Today inventory makes sure you don't have to. Thanks to our fully stocked warehouses, we have a vast selection of appliances ready for you right now. From refrigerators to washing machines, ovens to dryers, you name it, we have it ready to go. No more waiting, no more delays, just the appliance you need when you need it. Fred's Appliance. If we advertise it, we've got it. Visit any of our showrooms and get your new appliance today.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
Starting at $4.49, you can get one, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combo starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Stacy Lee. First Alert Weather. Watch tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today, we'll see a mixture of sunshine and clouds. I think in some spots the clouds might win out, and there's going to be a chance of showers today, mainly in the Cascades, a little bit less so for the valleys. We'll keep it mostly dry to the east of there. We'll time this out with Futurecast in just a second. High temperature is going to resemble what we've seen, or what we saw yesterday in particular, with 70s and 80s for lower elevations, about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. 50s and 60s with some of that more rain-cooled air up in the Cascades, and 60s and 70s with some of the drier air in the blues. Then for tonight, more widespread shower and even some thunderstorm chances, and overnight lows are going to be down into the 60s. I was going to say 50s and 60s. Looks like we'll be right on the cusp of that in Ellensburg, but in the mountains we'll be in the 50s for both mountain ranges. Okay, now let's time everything out with Futurecast radar. We put this into motion, and by 8 this morning, looks like there's just going to be some sprinkles on the map, really. At lunchtime, kind of the same thing, but some more organized rainfall in the Cascades as we head into the afternoon. And then by 8 p.m. still just kind of up along the Cascade Ridgeline, but eventually into the overnight hours, this will spread off towards the east by 4 a.m. This is right on the cusp of the lower Columbia Basin, and between 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., I think that's going to be the main time frame for rainfall here in the Tri-Cities. Eventually, this is going to pivot over to the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains, and that's where the remnants of this atmospheric river is just going to kind of hang out for the remainder of the day and evening. Okay, so before we show you rainfall totals, just a little reminder that it would be an excellent weekend to have the First Alert weather app on hand, especially if you're going to be out at some of those boat races, as you can track some of the showers and thunderstorms yourself with the interactive radar feature. Could pick up maybe upwards of 1.5 inches plus of rainfall in the Cascades, specifically in the upper Yakima Basin over the next couple of days. It's going to be a struggle to get some more tangible stuff to the east of there. But with that atmospheric river eventually pivoting over to the Blue Mountains, could get some better rainfall totals there. We'll have leftover shower chances in Sunday and Monday. I think the overall trend is going to be drier and a little bit warmer as we head into the beginning and middle of next week. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly dry today, showers likely tomorrow, then drier and trending slightly warmer after that. And Yakima, slightly wetter for Saturday as opposed to Friday, but neither day will be a washout. A pleasant mid-August forecast after that. In Ellensburg, again, shower chances going up into Saturday, looking pretty dry, a little bit warmer afterwards. In Hermiston, it's going to be the exact same cycle, back into the low 90s by the middle and end of next week. And it looks like we'll go through the same song and dance in Walla Walla.
Now, the morning sprint.
It is 5:51, time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour, and we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. And we start in Pasco, where a cooking fire broke out in a home on the 900 block of Lincoln Drive. This happened just after noon yesterday. Luckily, the family was able to make it out safely, but the home was a total loss. Flames also touched the backyard of another home right next door, and because of the proximity to Interstate 182 and Highway 12, some of that vegetation caught fire as well. Firefighters stayed on scene for most of the day to mop up and monitor hot spots, and the Red Cross has stepped in to help the people who live there. And 2 cities in Yakima County are investigating separate homicides, which happened just hours apart. Around 11 p.m. Tuesday night, Granger police found a man stabbed to death in the 200 block of East A Street. Less than 24 hours later, Toppenish police reported a homicide as well. Detectives now from both agencies working together to see if these cases could be connected. Anyone with information is asked to call police. And looking for a job? Well, Benton County Fire District 4 is hiring firefighters. They're looking for both new and experienced ones to serve the West Richland area. Starting salaries are nearly $69,000 for entry level, more than $77,000 for lateral hires, with extra pay for paramedic certification, college degrees, and technical rescue skills. Applicants must complete the fire team exam and CPAT test through the National Testing Network by September 1st. Final selections will be made in February, and you can find the full list of requirements up on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. And for the first time in Yakima history, the city will host sprint boat racing at the State Fair Park. Races will take place this Saturday and Sunday on the brand new track that was built specifically for this event. Boats will race individually on the track with the fastest timed lap deciding the winner. Gates open at 9 a.m. Races start at 10 a.m. And taking you to Pasco, if you commute at night on the Lewis Street overpass, you could face some delays. Crews are making some repairs to the concrete panels. There will only be one lane open at both ends of the bridge from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m., and this will go on Monday through Friday until August 29th. 5:53 in your national headlines this morning. A man in California was killed yesterday while fleeing from an ICE operation. It happened as ICE agents were conducting a raid at a Home Depot. The man ran from the store, and while running, he ran onto the freeway and was hit by a vehicle. The Department of Homeland Security says no agents were pursuing him at the time. In your business headlines this morning, Airbnb is introducing a new feature that allows travelers to reserve some stays without paying up front. The new feature, named Reserve Now, Pay Later, is available to U.S. customers for eligible domestic stays. Travelers can use the feature for listing with a flexible or moderate cancellation policy. The full rental amount isn't due until shortly before the end of the listing's free cancellation period. Post cancellation policies do not change, and no credit check is required. All right, 5:54, and no one matched all the winning numbers in Wednesday's Powerball drawing. Now the jackpot has grown to an estimated $565 million. It's the biggest jackpot so far this year. It's more than the $526 million ticket from California in March. So the next drawing is Saturday. Estimate cash value is $565 million for the jackpot. Cash out value, $258 million. So your odds of winning are roughly 1 in 292 million. Largest Powerball jackpot ever was the upwards of $2 billion. That was back in November of 2022. Health headlines this morning at 5:55. A record low number of Americans are drinking alcohol these days. A new poll from Gallup found just 54% of Americans said they consume alcohol at all. Among those who drank, a record low of 24% said they had a drink in the past 24 hours. 40% said it had been more than a week since their last alcoholic drink. And that's the highest figure Gallup has recorded since 2000. Meanwhile, for the first time, a majority of Americans say having even 1 or 2 drinks per day is bad for your health. 5:55, talking sports. Baltimore Orioles beating the Seattle Mariners last night. Final score 3-5. Up next for the Mariners, they take on the New York Mets today at 4 p.m. All right, trending this morning, we've got some tea to spill for you as we are learning that the iconic 99-cent Arizona iced tea cans may cost more.
Oh man, that's what Don Voltaggio, co-founder and chairman of the private company, told the New York Times. That's because of the administration's tariff on imported aluminum from Canada, which doubled from 25 to 50%.
The Tallboy cans have held that 99-cent price point for nearly 3 decades. Voltaggio tells the Times that he hates even the thought of raising the price after all of this time, but those 22-ounce Tallboys account for roughly half of the 2 billion cans Arizona sells each year.
He says he still hopes the tariff dispute can be resolved. If not, he says at some point the consumer is going to have to pay the price.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah, are you a big Arizona tea person?
You know, I haven't had one in years, but I used to. Yeah. What about you?
My mom, when she used to pick me up from school, she would have like a Coke or like a juice or something. And one time she was like, I tried something new. I got you, and it was an Arizona tea, and I did not like it.
You didn't?
Yeah. So go ahead, raise the prices. I don't care.
Well, I do. Don't do it. All right. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A big project in Walla Walla now on hold because of a labor dispute between the construction contractors and their employees. Officials say this is impacting job sites all across the region. And hey, you deserve to relax today. Coming up at 6, we're giving a very good reason and excuse to take a little breather. And I mean, we don't need many excuses to relax, but we'll give you a few. That's all coming up in your 6 o'clock hour. And of course, Josh is working on the forecast.
Yeah, clouds starting to build as rain chances are going to pick up, especially for tonight and into tomorrow morning. I'll time that out with Futurecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.